Hello, it's Domestic Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Cutting it close, sorry. Wife got me hooked on this baking show craziness. This is the Monday live stream, and I'm your host. My passion is trucks and SUVs. Hope that's your passion too, because it should be. If you're here, that's what you're here for. So, automotive journalist. I've had this channel for a while. I'm having a good time. Monday nights we do live stream. People ask me questions. We talk about stuff. I pour an adult beverage, which is typically a whiskey. So this week, I come with an old favorite here, and I'm going to go ahead and move my bottle over here and show you this. So my old favorite is the Bird Dog Peach Flavored Whiskey. It is quite tasty. It's not an everyday whiskey I can drink. It's something I can drink occasionally. It's good. It's tasty. So, we can pour a glass, talk about trucks. So, tonight, the, couple fingers in the glass. Tonight, the question was, what new car feature, or new truck feature, I should say, do you hate the most? Do you hate auto start stop? Do you hate lane departure assist? Do you hate, the cruise control, I just had a term for it, adaptive cruise control, where it sets distance in front of you, but sometimes you forget. Sometimes you're doing 55 and like an 80 because you forgot. Stuff happens. Do you hate the EcoBoost? Do you hate that little turn down forward about how to tow? Like tow backup assist? That kind of drives me nuts too. What do you hate? What do you hate? Let me know. I'm going to go over here and check with people who are here already. There is a... I'm going to change the thumbnail and make sure I do the right thumbnail so people have the right channel and they have the right information on what they want to argue about and talk about. So yes, it's people are watching. We're 2 minutes in. Sound off below. So sound off. So I should go to a few updates on the channel. It's always fun to do updates on the channel because I'm live. Why not just do some updates? And we have a new collection of hats. I have a dozen more hats, $25. Tim at pickuptrucktalk.com. Tim at pickuptrucktalk.com. I'm looking at my hats right now. I could grab them. You want to grab them? I can grab them. I have a full assortment of brand new, never worn hats. I just got them, picked them for the embroidery, just like the one I'm wearing. I have some t-shirts. We're making a lot of new t-shirts. I have some I Love My Truck t-shirts, which is kind of a... My wife asked me to make these t-shirts, so they have a bit of a female script to them, as far as font script to them. I should actually... I think I can find them. I think if they're on my... I can put them up on the screen. Let me look. Been actively creating t-shirts. You guys have been buying t-shirts. It's been win-win for both of us. No, it's not there. It's not there. Let me go to the Teespring page, and I will... I'll put this link in the comments. Doug is here. Doug is an early contributor to the channel. And how you doing, Doug? Mr. Alaska. Let me go. Oh, here they are. I will do a little screenshot here. And this one has the logo on the back. And this is actually interesting to me. I should say this carefully. I have a friend of mine who's a runner, and she's a Jill. You guys know Jill. Jill's a runner, and Jill runs, and she's buying these fancy leggings. Leggings. Hey, you say the same thing. Leggings. I think that's how they say it. And she's buying these fun leggings that she runs with in Chicago, and so I actually I have built this. I have all these screenshots. Here we go. I have built these leggings, and maybe I will show you the leggings because it's interesting. I didn't realize leggings were a big thing. I didn't know this, and so and they're super expensive. They're crazy expensive. It was like $35 or something for these leggings, and I changed the price. I made them like $40 instead. So it's I will show you this image. And it's the Love My Truck, and it's got the logo on the other side. So I'll do two screenshots, show you these things. But again, sound off in the comments. Don't leave me hanging here. If you have something that you hate with these new trucks and you want to sound off about it, let me know. So this is the first Love My Truck, and leggings. I will see if sometimes the software isn't my friend, and I can't always do 2 images together. But we will try. And let me get it here. Sorry, I was. My wife has me hooked on this British baking show for whatever damn reason, and I was watching the finish, and I got a little late to the game, and we're eating tacos. So there's the other one, and let me go do this. The other side. I don't know if sometimes it causes me some problems. What I could do is I will do 2 on the same image here. Fancy. And I will grab this other one and pull it over here. So here you go. If you want to see the leggings, order for your girlfriend, your wife, whoever. Love my truck leggings in black. It's fantastic. There you go. If you do that, if you happen to order your wife, girlfriend, or if you're ordering a set of leggings yourself, because I love having a female voice in this channel. If you are ordering for themselves, I need some pictures. I need to know how they look. Like, I can order t-shirts. I can wear t-shirts, no problem. Hoodies, sweaters, not a big deal. This leggings thing, I'm lost. I don't know how they're going to fit. I don't know anything about these things. It's not my thing. Okay. Robbie Yoda here is Elliot. Elliot is my fact checker. Alva says TRD Pro. Is that the feature he hates? Jimmy says, yo. Alva says that like depth of cruise, lane departure can be twitchy. Lane departure means that you have to turn on the turn signals, isn't it? It kind of pisses you off. Drives you nuts. Elliot says the excessive tow and hauling ratings, not because of the capability, but because most will not tow that much. Elliot, there's a interesting conversation I had yesterday at the golf course. I played the tournament this weekend, and I don't have much to say about it. But I was with the State Patrol guy who used to do the enforcement for commercial driver's license. And him and I had a very interesting conversation about the legality of towing with new Ram heavy duty, the Ford Super Duty, really, and the Chevy heavy duties. And I've been reading today, when I can, about my commercial driver's license. I need to get a commercial driver's license. So we've been talking about that because it's quite the issue. I think I'm going to have to go with a Class A because of the trailer weight limits. And it's going to be kind of stupid. I'm going to go DMV and talk about doing a Class A CDL so I can actually tow the max capacity legally with the new Ram and Chevy and GMC, obviously heavy duties. And so I think that's going to be an interesting conversation because I think the laws are outdated completely. And I can't wait to do some stories on that. And I have a friend in town who drives a Freightliner MR2 truck. I believe it's a Freightliner MR2. It's a big medium duty truck, and he drives for a steel company here. And he's let me drive with him and do some driving with him. And I'm really excited about doing that. I really want to drive this medium duty truck, this Freightliner, and do a video on that because I think it'd be kind of different, unique. Maybe you guys watch, maybe you guys don't watch it. I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool situation. So some good conversations about that. Interesting conversations about that CDL stuff because it's getting to the point where I need to have that CDL at this point. It's getting kind of ridiculous. And we had a really interesting conversation about that. I should go Class B, but I think I'm going to have to go Class A regardless. I don't know. I'm going to go DMV. I'm going to talk to them what their thoughts are on that because it's quite confusing when you're a consumer like I am. I guess I'm commercial because I'm doing my YouTube channel, but I still consider myself a consumer. When you're a consumer trying to figure out how to be legal with these trucks, it's a very interesting conversation to have. I don't know. It's very interesting. So that is the update there. I said I put some new shirts on there. There's a Swede blasting the snow shirt. Lots of good stuff. I was very happy. My Chevy rep from the West Coast bought one of my shirts. He's actually wearing it right now in West Hollywood. It's just really cool. So it's interesting. I'm rambling on, which I normally do. Gene is here. Hello, Gene. Alva is here. He says, I like the TRD Pro. Okay, I get you now. Push start ignition. Huh. So Benito doesn't like the push start ignition. He says it's very easy to steal a vehicle over keyed immobilizer. So you feel like if you had a key, it'd be less likely to steal. I don't know about that, Benito, because the key fob has a range. If you leave home without the key fob in your pocket, the vehicle actually dies. It doesn't go. It just turns off. Which, maybe that'd be fun, right? What if I took a press vehicle and I started it up and I threw the key out of the window? Because you actually have to have the key fob in your pocket to turn it over. I wonder how far that vehicle would go before it has a problem. Interesting. Also, turn keys last longer. Lack of E85 capability on two-wheel drive Hemi, Tundra, and Titan. Oh, that's a very interesting statement. I have a love-hate with the E85. I actually just bought some fuel. I did a trip to with Lexus last week to Omaha. I have a really interesting video for you guys coming up. We went to the Omaha Zoo. I took a Lexus sedan. I know. I took a Lexus sedan. And so it's a very interesting video I have coming for you guys on that because it was quite the experience. I haven't driven 1,000 miles in sedan in, let's go ahead and go with 20 years. So it was quite the interesting experience. But a lot of conversations in Omaha at the gas station about what E85 to buy because there's some differences in the octane levels, and they were actually selling a cheaper cheaper gas at a different octane level. Very interesting conversations. But I will tell you that with my riding lawnmower, this is where I'm going with this. Riding lawnmower and with Swede, my 62, I am now putting premium gas in both of those. Why premium? This sounds ridiculous. Why premium? Well, there's no ethanol in premium fuel in Nebraska, and it allows me to have less problems. I was getting vapor lock with the lawnmower. Premium fuel, no problem. I think Swede's been having some problems at, starting up and getting going, and I'm wondering if I empty that gas tank out and put premium in, if that would solve the situation. So, love-hate with me for E85. It's kind of interesting. I will tell you, my lawnmowers are now running premium fuel, and they're running a lot better. Gene says, I hate the touchscreens dirty. Hands and them do not mix. I know, right? You get in there, and it looks like a freaking bonanza of, fingerprints, right? It's crazy. You can't even see anything because it's all fingerprints. It is interesting. Jimmy says, 2020 Toyota Tundra 1794 edition in Voodoo Blue. No, I think they're killing the Voodoo Blue. They have that new green, which I was a little mixed on. TFL, Tommy at TFL was down in URA doing a thing with Toyota, and I did that last year, and I didn't get the invite this year, but that's okay. I kind of criticized them on their seat, so fair game, probably. But I do want to check out that Army green they have in the Tundra, and excuse me, the Tacoma's got Army green. Elliot's already, I'm telling you, Elliot right now is on the keyboard. He's waiting for me to say something wrong. He's ready to go. I want to say the Tundra, that'd be the TRD Pro, because the 1794 has no additional colors. I want to say that comes in Voodoo, or not Voodoo, but Army Green. Don't kill me, Elliot. Don't kill me. I believe it does come in Army Green. Elliot's currently fact-checking me right now. Echo Slash says, not a fan of the push button dial shifter. Yeah, I have driven the Ram pickup so many times, and I tell them all the time, I said, I can't use this dial shifter. And I've been on Ram Facebook channels, and people still bitch about this stuff. And I tell them, I said, to me, it just feels less manly. It's just, you're turning a dial. I want to put it in gear. I don't understand that. It doesn't flow well with me. Tori is here. Hello, Tori. Good afternoon. Whoa, where are you at, Tori? Juan, how you doing, Juan? Juan is here. I'm doing fine. A little tired. The kids last night decided to bash up mailboxes. One kid kicked my mailbox, and he took a baseball bat to the next mailbox down the line. Dog went crazy about 1 o'clock. I got up. I was up for about 2 hours, so I couldn't sleep. I was worried about if somebody sideswiped the car. I should have went outside and actually checked everything out. But yeah, damn kids. My mailbox is fine. I was able to just grab it, and it's metal, so I was able to just twist it back into shape. The cop showed up and took my statement and took my information, and I didn't call him. My neighbors called him, and turns out the neighbors' mailboxes got destroyed. So, I'm going to finish the live stream and probably collapse and go to bed. That's probably what's going to happen, because oh my gosh. Whew. Gene says, engine that need mid-range or high-test octane gas. Trucks should be able to work with garbage gas in them. That's a really interesting comment. I remember the F-150 EcoBoost came out, and there was a lot of conversation about premium fuel for that, because typically in a twin-turbo setup, premium fuel works better because it burns a higher octane. And Ford did all this stuff, made sure they could run on normal octane. But I believe there's some engines that we've talked about on this channel, and Gene, I believe you and I have talked about this, that we've had a problem with that they want more premium fuel. I know luxury cars do, although that Lexus I had it just needed above grade E85 and above. So it's interesting that the differences in the premium fuel. Like I said, my lawnmower, I have a Yard Machines hand-me-down riding lawnmower, and I will tell you that my lawnmower's parked over there, by the way. That's why I'm looking that way. I'm not like being a dick and not looking at the screen. Is that it does run better in premium fuel. That's what's going on. Juan says, I love the new C8 Corvette. I can't wait to buy it. I kind of ignored all that. It's not, you can't fit damn golf clubs in or anything. It's completely useless as a car. To me, it says the Camaro is dead. All right, here's my rant on the C8 Corvette. It's very simply this. GM is saying that they're going to spend a lot of money on autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles. That's their future. They're shoveling every dollar they make from Silverado, from Tahoe, from Suburban, from Yukon into AV and EV vehicles. And then they give out this mid-engine Corvette out there that doesn't look anything like Corvette at all. And you're like, what kind of mixed messaging are they giving? This is so weird. And then, why call that a Corvette? Name it something different. It's like the damn Blazer all over again. That is not a Blazer, folks. That is not a Blazer. The new Chevy Blazer is not a Blazer. The new Chevy Corvette is not a Corvette. Why can't you just get a stupid new name? A little fired up tonight. Damn teenagers knocking my mailbox down. Jim, welcome, Jim. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here. You've made some good comments on my Facebook page. I really appreciate that. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being a fan. I really try to have a big community here, so I really appreciate your input and being here. It makes a world difference to me. Like I've said many times in this channel and live streams, my greatest pleasure is that you guys have a place that you feel like your voice is heard and that you appreciate. That's why I'm doing this. Gene says, gotta get that CDL. Videos are proof of legality or illegality of what you're driving and what you're doing. Yeah, yes. I've been down that road too. I've been thinking about that Ram drive I did where basically we were illegal. And I'm thinking, I have video proof of me breaking law. That's not okay. So yeah, I got to get the CDL. It's just a game of whether or not what class I need to get. And I'm going to go talk to the DMV. I felt like crap late today. Didn't go do that. And so I have to do a ZR2 Bison video tomorrow. And then I got to go do the DMV visit. I hate TPMS, the tire pressure monitoring system. I go off-road a lot, and every time I air down, it goes off. I need to pull the fuse to make it work. I need to add a switch to turn on and off. It is kind of crazy. It's those sensors fail a lot too, I've noticed as well. So it's not a very tried and true system. It's fine if you're driving sunny roads, pavement all the time, but I have noticed that they fail a lot. If on the forums, one of the big complaints is that TPMS fails all the time. It's convenient, but I don't know. A guy tried the T-test on his YouTube channel. Oh, that was my idea. Damn it. There's Elliot with get me out. Come me up. All right, so I skipped a bunch. Wait, you guys are going okay. Train management annoys me. What happened to driver skill? Grumpy old man. I just get off my lawn. Yeah, I have the same idea. I don't know what the hell damn things mean. Like if I turn into snow mode, what's that mean? I don't care that rock mode, whatever. Sand is a big one. Tell me what it actually means. Don't tell me just turn the mode. I don't see a picture on my screen. Oh, I'm in sand. Oh, I have sand mode on. It's fantastic. No, what are you doing? What the car is doing differently? And like, does it really matter? Does it really matter what mode you're in? Not sure. I put order in for a Z51. Can't wait to get here. Can't wait to make Can't wait to the make other models. Oh, can't wait till they make other models. ZL1? Damn. Gets in the way. Thanks, Rabiota. Will older Tundras lose more resale value if there's a new Tundra 2021? Polaris Outdoors asked the question. Hello, Polaris. Polaris. I say things weird. Toyota. I'm working on that one. No. Historically, that has never been the case, and it's never been the case for a couple years. I don't think that's the case at all. I think the reliability holds for Tundra so well, and frankly, I guess I'm getting cynical. I've covered Toyota now. I used to run Tundra headquarters, and now I do this. I own Tundra. I understand all that kind of stuff. I probably know more about Toyotas than I do most journalists. And I will tell you this: I am not excited for the new Tundra because I've been burned so many times in the past. And so I think whatever they do with new one, I don't think people are going to be. It's going to be that much of a departure to create this change in resale value. I'm sorry, Toyota. I'm sorry. I've just been burned. I've been excited for what you're doing, and then you burn me. And I don't think it's. I've been with Mike Swears in Japan. I've been with Mike Swears at his house. I mean, I know Mike Swears pretty well, and it's not his fault. It isn't his fault at all. He just is executives and executive council in Japan. They just don't believe in the American full-size truck market to the point where they want to invest the money and be that competitive, and so he's limited on what he can do. There. Tim, maybe you can go viral too, like Autoblog made a video about throwing the key fob out the window and it went viral on 1 million views. Damn it. I hate how they steal my ideas. Tori's in Salt Lake. Tori, it's 5:22 in Salt Lake. Come on. A proximity key fob is easier to steal than a keyed car. All you need is a scanner and a new key or a good scan tool. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know much about the Toyota Tundra. My dad works for Ford. I'm not allowed. Good man, Elliot. Mike says, "What's up, Tim? I just got home and picked up my new Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. Sweet. Ordered a few weeks ago. No more Tundra. Cool. Cool. New truck. I mean, I'm not saying cool, bad Toyota, whatever, but cool. Crew cab. Did it make a double cab in the Trail Boss? I think it's crew cab only. 5'3" or 6'2". I want to know these things. The Trail Boss was cool. My only bitch about that was when we were deer hunting. If you saw that video, I think you saw it, Mike. Was that we had to lift the deer. That one was a 2-inch lift over the top of the tailgate. That lift makes a difference. You're hauling a deer over the tailgate. It makes a damn bit of difference. The whiskey tonight is going to be a Bird Dog. It's a peach flavored whiskey. I pick this up occasionally, once every 3-4 months. Something different. I have Elijah Craig in there, and I just finished off with Crown last night, and so I thought, let me do something different, and so do the Bird Dog. It's funny. It looks like I drink a lot with this bottle, but it's a small bottle. The thinness of the bottle is deceiving, and so it's like, oh my god, I drank that much? And it's like, yeah, I don't think I really drank that much. I'm okay with that. Most key files will continue to run without key after they start until you turn them off. I'm going to have to do a test on this. Gene says, I hate how they charge so much for all the new tech when Chevy just threw an amazing tech in their vet with a base price of $60,000. How can manufacturers charge high prices with higher volume? It's consumer demand. As much as you... I used to bitch about this at Best Buy. I used to run the TV department. And there was a Pioneer TV that was $10,000. And people would come to me and, all right, I'm going to date myself. This was a little while ago, just like yesterday. Anyways, it was a 50-inch plasma TV made by Pioneer, of all places. And it was $10,000 for this TV. And people used to walk in and stare at this TV and just watch for 20, 30 minutes. And they'd say to me, well, how do you charge so much for this TV? I said, well, stop buying it, and I won't charge that much. And they couldn't figure that out. I'm like, if you guys would stop buying plasma TVs, they would have to drop the price. They would have to find ways to make it to improve manufacturing. And look what happened. The early TVs didn't sell as hot. They came with some cheaper TVs. Now you can go buy a 50-inch plasma at freaking Walmart for $200. I mean, do you make plasma anymore? I think it's LCDs now. But you can go buy an LCD TV for nothing compared to what it used to be. and it's just difference of what consumers are going to pay. So if people would stop spending all this money on these new trucks, they would lower the price. You can't steal a new car with push buttons because the car cannot start without the key fob in your pocket. That's what Juan says. This is interesting. We need to do that. Well, the problem with the fuel is people don't need the difference between recommended and required. Very true, Elliot. Very true. You can fit 2 golf clubs in C8 vet golf sets. I'll give you 2 golf clubs. I don't know about sets. All right. Honestly, I ignored everything about the C8. I really don't know shit about it. I don't care. I did on the Instagram channel. I took a photo of the ZR2 Bison I have, and I literally said I could care less about this Corvette. Like I don't care anything about it. I will never drive it. I will maybe sit in it once. I don't know. I don't know anything about that car at all. I don't really care to, because to me it's not going to be a high volume seller. It's not the channel is. It's not my expertise. If you guys listen to me about a Corvette and you knew I'd love pickups, I mean, come on. Like, I lose my credibility. So I don't even care about it. I will say it's impressive at $60,000. I do wonder about the McLaren sports cars and things. Yeah, I mean, they're faster, all this kind of stuff. But, you know, when you have a Corvette at $60,000, it looks similar to what the McLaren looks like at, what are those things? $200,000, $300,000, whatever they are. I don't know. It makes me wonder, maybe, but I don't understand that marketplace at all, so I can't say anything. All right, modern turbo cars cannot work without premium fuel. If you put regular fuel in it, they will knock or have problems with detonation. Well, the EcoBoost runs fine without premium fuel. So, Tori says, "Oh Jesus, don't start on the Blazer. They're such a joke." Dry sump 6.2 in the new Vet would be great in a tough off-road package pickup. I was actually watching TFL today, TFL live stream, and Roman was there, and I like watching Roman and Andre talk back and forth. And Roman was there at the Corvette unveiling, and he was talking about the dry sump 6.2, and he thought that was going to come to the Silverado lineup. I thought it was really interesting because I clearly missed everything in C8, and I missed that part of it as well. And so I was thinking about, I need to look that up. I need to understand what that is. And I know I have the GMC event next month in Jackson Hole, and so I plan on asking the engineers and engine guys about this dry sump. I want to know more about this. I really want to know more about this because I think it's very interesting to announce that in the vet and then have pickups potentially pick that up as well. Aaron says, "Hey," Juan says, "I'm in sand." Gene, the new LT motors are already for sale in the GM Performance catalog. Also, the new 10-speed transmission with awesome package for off-road. Yeah, it's interesting. Cassie is a troll, so I blocked his comment. Okay. Tom's getting popular. Tim's getting popular now. He's got trolls in chat. Oh, it was one night we were doing this. What were we doing? One night I was doing this. It was Brandon and I. You guys know Brandon on this channel. And he was literally blocking people left and right. I don't know what happened that night, but it was crazy. Him and I had to pause for like a good 3-4 minutes while he was blocking people. It was, I don't know. Tori says, "It's 6:22, still technically afternoon." Big Rick, Northern Ohio Accountability. Wow, that's a cool name. Toyota is too bland. Yeah. Gone are days of groundbreaking new vehicles like 2007 Tundra. Rest too much in the laurels. I agree. I think they have a Camry problem. I've said it for a long time. I think Toyota's biggest problem is Camry. I think they're so blinded by the fact that Camry sold so well for so many years, and they don't want to innovate, but they keep throwing money at it to reinvigorate the sedan market. When that freaking guy said they're going to reinvigorate the sedan market, I about blew my top. And Nissan just said that today. I was reading some auto news stuff, and Nissan just said that they think millennials are ready to buy sedans, and it's an underserved market. What the hell is wrong with these people? It's stupid. It's a new Corvette with an aero package, big wings, Z51. I thought it was a ZL1. Tim, you're a boozer. F-150, how you doing, buddy? I am a boozer. That's funny. I'm not that much of a boozer. I like live stream. I had to start doing live streams because this is so bizarre to me. I needed some liquid courage to do the live streams. Big Red, Northern Ohio. I think Toyota's gotten scared of change. Trail Boss can be had in both double and crew cabs, all beds except the long bed. Yeah, I think that doesn't fit on the assembly line. Trail Boss is a crew cab with all the options, silver with black leather, and pretty much selected every option. off-road steps, Chevy Tech, spray and bedliner, etc. You can send me some pictures. Tim at pickuptrucktalk.com, or just tag me on Instagram if you're on Instagram. I think you're on there. Just tag me. I want to see it. It's interesting. I was talking to their head of marketing, Hugh, at the Chevy Silverado heavy duty drive, and he was talking. Oh, no, it's not Hugh. It was Sandar. Sandar, who's I don't know these people. Sandar. Sandar was talking about how the fact that the work Trail Boss version with a 6.2 in it, they just announced they're going to add to that. They cannot keep that Trail Boss version of the work truck in stock, which I think is. I love the work truck version because you get all the benefits of Trail Boss without all the extras, and so you just do anything you want to do with it. It's like Mike, instead of buying the fully loaded model, you can do everything you want to do, add all the additions yourself, or buy the fully. I mean, I'm with you either way. I think either way is a good choice. I would love to do a work truck challenge one of these days, and not compare to trucks. I'd love to get a work truck outside, and like build it to the top tier work truck they have for that. So I'd take a work truck Trail Boss, and I'd buy all the accessories from different manufacturers, and make it a fully loaded Trail Boss, and I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to see the differences. But those are thoughts I have while drinking whiskey on Monday nights with you guys. Okay. Juan says, Toyota should put rear disc brakes on the Tacoma. I have such a hard thing to say about that. Should I go on I don't know. Maybe I'll go on a rant about this because it really kind of pissed me off. TFL did a video today, Tommy did, and I was watching that video. One big question was the rear drum brakes in the Tacoma, and it happens in comments you get a lot on this channel, other channels about rear drum brakes. And I was with Mike Swears standing shoulder to shoulder when he was introducing the Tacoma, and he got heated about it as well, and I think for good reason. And people have gotten heated about it. I have, in my life, now had the pleasure of working on drum brakes and disc brakes. I've worked on both of them. And I got to tell you, it's a little garbage, this whole conversation that's going on. Are disc brakes easy to replace? Yes. Yeah, they are. I mean, you just pull it off, and you take I have a little big C clamp, and I compress down the brake back, and I put the clamp in and done. It's easier to switch them out. It is. Do they work more effectively than drum brakes? Yeah, I think so. I think disc on all four wheels, disc on front wheels makes a big difference. Swede's got drum brakes, but he doesn't have powered drum brakes either. He's got just no brake booster at all. He just has straight drum brakes, and I can brake just fine. I mean, it's you just plan ahead a little bit differently. I mean, but I'm in a '62 pickup. I think differently when I drive him, and I have done both brake jobs, and I think it's a whole lot of hoopla over nothing. Do I think Toyota's saving some money and maybe being cheap about it? I don't know. I actually don't think they're being cheap about it. There's one thing I know about the Toyota. They want safety is their biggest thing. So if the drum brakes were less safe than disc brakes, gone. They'd be out of there. Mike bought one of my trucks off me, so I know that he knows about drum brakes. He's worked on drum brakes his entire life. He's been a farmer. And so it's like him and I both understand that drum brakes aren't that bad. And there is a lost art to changing them. People don't know how to change them these days. The millennial crowd that can barely drive a stick shift. Oh, I said it out loud. The millennial crowd doesn't understand drum brakes, and they can't change them. And so I can see that being an issue. And drum brakes feel old school. They feel like they're not as good as its older tech. They don't feel like it's the latest greatest thing. But when the average consumer for a truck these days, new trucks, between 45 to 60, those guys understand drum brakes. I understand them. That crowd understands them. I don't think they think that that's that big of a deal. And I think you're buying Tacoma because the younger crowd are buying because of reliability and because it's the cool. I was growing up, Tacoma was the cool pickup. It was better than the S10. That was the cool pickup to have. And so I don't think there's an issue there. I just think it's a whole lot of crap. And it keeps coming up with questions, and they keep explaining it. And there's a thing that Sheldon Brown, who's new chief engineer for Tacoma only. So Mike Swears is above all of them. Sheldon's above on that truck specifically. He made the comment in TFL's video that there's less brake dust, or less dust goes in the rear drum brakes. And people on the TFL's comment, I was looking through the comments, and they were like, "Oh, that's a bunch of bullshit." And I'm like, No, actually, it's not, because when you have the drum that surrounds the shoes, you actually keep dust off of that, because now you have one package. When you have the discs actually exposed, you can get dust in there. It's going to happen, guys. It's engineering. That's what's going to happen. I don't buy that at all. And with all the braking force happening with drum brakes last longer with braking force than disc brakes do. In my opinion, they do. Maybe there's stats out there. Maybe I'm wrong. But in my opinion, drum brakes last longer through braking force. And I think it's just a convenience factor why disc brakes are put on. I think if you were driving, and I'm interested in this Freightliner I'm going to have, this MR2 Freightliner I'm going to drive. I want to check it out and see what kind of brakes it has, because in my view, it seems like, semis and things would have drum brakes because they'd have longer distance braking force. But I know they have hydraulic brakes. There's a whole different animal out there, so I'm not sure how that works. But I'm gonna check into that, because I think it's really interesting how that works these days. But I have to tell you, I'm split on this, because I can see Toyota's point of view on this. I don't think it's cheap. I think they designed it for thinking about the customer. I think they thought about the customer too far. I think Mike had too much of his personality involved in that, Mr. Swears. And so I don't know. It's very interesting, but it keeps coming up. And I will tell you this right now. Next generation Tacoma will not have drum brakes. I'm not seeing it. There's been so much shit written about that truck in the press. I think Toyota is just going to be like, all right, fine, and put disc in, not say another word about it. There you go. There's my rant. Boy, I'm ranting a lot. Sorry, guys. Genie the Evolver died. The capitalist world we live in today. Big Rick Northern Ohio accountability. Wansby are back. Told you have a locker for Tundra and a power outlet package for the Tacoma. Yeah, locker on the Tundra is a no-brainer. I have given Swears a bunch of shit about that too. That's just dumb. Wow, I'm coming up. I'm sorry, guys. I had a little. I kind of went on a little tantrum there. Sorry. Tundra has a locker. Yeah, it's gotta have a locker. What up, Tim? What's up, people? EJM Demon. Pickup truck plus SUV plus Corvette talk. The channel name. No, Grant, I'm not doing that. I don't understand why they did that, put it in the Tundra, because they have electric locker on most of their stuff. I believe it's an 8.8 with electric lock. Yeah, the Tacoma has electronic locker. Swear says you don't need one, and I tell you what, I think you need one. Bud Guy says, have my Class A license, don't drive anymore, but still keep it. You cannot tow more than 10,000 pounds with a Class B license with a vehicle over 26,000 pounds. The Class A license tow more. Yeah, it's on the trailer. You're right. I'm reading the information on. It's on the trailer. The concern isn't about the truck. A Class B, I could haul that much in the bed, which is tough to do, but you could. But it's the trailer that causes the problem. The trailer setup is 10,001. I think is 1 pounds over 10,000. And so I'm thinking about the Ram Heavy Duty and Chevy Heavy Duty. 35,000 pounds for the Ram, 35.5 for the Chevy. Is that kind of where we stand right now? I think that's where we stand. I'm not good with numbers, people. I'm just not, but I think that's where we stand. And so if the gross vehicle, if the truck curb weight is 8 to 10,000, that means you have 25,000 in a trailer available, in a regular cab, long bed kind of set up. So, yeah, it's a problem with the trailer. I think I do need a Class A, which is kind of stupid because the Class A is usually a semi-truck. I don't know. And I have to get a medical thing, which is fine. I don't care about a medical thing. But, yeah, I think really interesting to have the conversation about that. And I'm going to go tomorrow and check that out, because it's very interesting, and I can't wait to hear what the DMV's got to say about that, because it's just stupid. It's flat out stupid that I would need a Class A license to drive a consumer grade truck. And the questions on the test and in the manual I'm reading do not apply to me at all. At all. And so it's going to be tough for me to take tests because I'm not concerned about any of that stuff they're asking about, because it's not, I'm driving a 1-ton truck. I'm not driving a semi, but the chapters I have to look over are based towards semi stuff. I don't know. Demon says, Toyota's scared of change. They're waiting for the big names of Ford and GM to master technology before applying upgrade their vehicles. Yes. Toyota is always late to the game. Bud Guy says, not true, it varies by state. Huh. It does vary by state. I can tell you in Nebraska, it's 10,001 pounds in the trailer. Over that, and the gross combined weight rating of the trailer and the truck is the concern. It's interesting. Guy in Jeep Trackhawk caught going 42 mile per hour I-95 in New Hampshire Saturday. Holy cow. 142 miles per hour. I have a friend in Germany who sent me a thing. They're doing a minivan on Autobahn at 222 kilometers per hour. His wife was driving with the kids. He was in the back seat. That freaked me out. Robbie Oda says, also my Class A and a double endorsement. So double endorsement, is that the tanker and the hazmat stuff? I used to haul my fifth wheel on a small trailer behind it. Do you really? So that's interesting. Huh. Yeah. It's like the new C8. Opinions are all over the place on that new C8. Me too, in red or yellow or orange. The Trackhawk is awesome, which I want to have an SRT Durango, but because I need a third row seat. See how you get in trouble in the freeway with it. Yeah. Comes to tech, I have the fact that it makes restoration or old truck running very hard 20 years from now. Yeah, there's a conversation we had in auto journalism quite a bit now. We sit around and have drinks, whatever kind of deal. And the conversation we have right now today is what truck out there, I should do a live stream of this. What truck out there today would you restore in 20 years? You know, like I have my 62, I have a 66, I have a 66, 65, something like that. I have 3 trucks like that. Actually I have 4. The one's a parts truck. Anyways, what truck today would you restore in 20 years? It's a very interesting thing. Like, what car would you restore? What's going to be the Bel Air in 20, 30 years? What are you going to do? I don't know. Jenny 5. Give it 2 years and people will love it. Remember the hate the CA7 got initially because of squared taillights. Huge car enthusiast, pet peeve of mine. I think that journalists, and I'm guilty of this as well, we get kind of snarky about things, and there's things that we don't like about the cars that the consumers don't really care about, and things sell regardless. Have you heard anything about the Toyota window to the world? I have not. Johnny 5 sends me all these Instagram messages, and I have not heard anything about that at all. And that video was crazy. Big Rick says the problem with drums in the rear is causes the front disc to premature wear. Yeah, I give you that. But there is more braking force up front too. So, you know, when you're coming to a stop sign, your front brakes are doing more of the braking in that setup configuration. So you're going to go through front more often. You're just going to. But they're easy to repair, and so to me, it's like, would you rather go through front discs more often or all discs more often? Why so much hate for the new Corvette? I think Ford should make a new GT just to stomp the Corvette. I think it's interesting that nobody's talking about the GT right now. Speaking of tech, why isn't any manufacturer put in some type of electronic anti-rust system on trucks to counter all the saline chlorine solution poured on the roads for ice removal? Funny you should ask. I did a story on this. It was for Truck Trend back in the day. I wish I would have done some video. Truck Trend Rust. Let's see. There's a company in Michigan that's actually working on this. The end of rust. Henkel. Henkel is working on this. I don't know why I got quiet all of a sudden. I got quiet in my voice. But they are working on rust, and a very interesting visit. I'm going to put a link right here. and for Rabiota, or no, for Gene. I did a story on that. They do some they're trying to end rust. Henkel is trying to end rust. They got automakers buying into it. They're trying so hard to develop some solutions to coat the metal before it gets paint on it to stop rust from forming. And they're not doing well. They're not doing great. They're doing better, not great. And they're in Michigan. They're in the Rust Belt. They're trying. And save it looks better in person. Excuse. There's a thing on Twitter blowing up about that because somebody saw them driving around. Car and drivers got photos of them driving around. It says it looks worse in person. That's what they're saying. You should cars and pickups, even though UPS are your thing. Are we all vehicle? I know I do. I talk about all vehicles, but I do love trucks. Self-healing paint and all thing. Yeah, and there's a. That's the thing with the Chevy frame, right? The Chevy frame is a coating, and so it's a when you nick it, the coating goes back over and covers the nick. Just saying. I, as a millennial, myself, do not change disc or drum brakes. Yeah, I think it's interesting. You try it. I'm telling you, Elliot. I don't know if you can do it, but change some drum brakes, and then change some disc brakes. It'll change your opinion on it. It'll change your opinion. Being informed. It's easy to keyboard warrior this stuff. Oh, yeah, it's not new, and I hate this not new stuff, and I want fancy new stuff. But then when you do it, it's not that bad. Changing drum brakes isn't that bad. There's a little star. You got to separate them out. You got a little tool you do the springs with. It's not that bad at all. TFL takes every opportunity to bash the all to Kako. No comment. Some turbo cars, like the EcoBoost, actually have sensors programs to pull back the boost so they have problems with cheap fuel, but the lower grade fuel, less performance you'll have. Yeah, I have seen that too. I'm with you, Robbie. I've seen that too, or Rob, I'm sorry. I've seen that too, and I agree. And some manufacturers say that it's recommended to run a higher octane because the car will perform better, and you will get the estimated EPA mile per gallon if you run the car at higher octane. I've seen that, and it's interesting. TFL really hates Subaru. That's because they just damaged one. They pissed off the rep. That's the real story behind that. I should stop. Have you never used drum brakes for water fording? I've never done that. Flat out dangerous, really. Why would they be more dangerous? That's interesting, Big Rick. I've never done water fording after my drum brakes. I've driven in snow. I've driven ice storms. I've driven in rain. I've driven in, ideal conditions. I've never had that. Let's see. Honestly, the whole drum brake argument is dumb if it works no good. Yeah, my point exactly. You can fit Tundra front discs on the Taco if you really want stronger brakes. A lot of Toyota parts are interchangeable. Really? Can you do that? That's interesting. Are people doing the Toyota Tundra big brake kit on there too? Juan says, like your ranch, you're honest. Yeah, well, it's part of my problem. I'm too honest. 2000 Taco, I've never done the front brakes. I only done the front brakes, never the back. Yeah, I think you would. What brakes? Thought you were supposed to be in first gear and 4 low. Somewhere. Subaru was very mean at TFL car. No, TFL car is very... Auto start stop. Jay Kangler says that's the problem. Yes. Ranting is good. Holding repressed feelings toxic desert jack ramble. I like F250 Tremor Lariat in blue. What am I got? I got all sorts of cords around my legs. I would think that the F-150 Tremor is going to be a sweet spot. I missed that in my video a little bit. There's so much going on that week. And I've been a little lax, guys. I'm sorry. The videos haven't been coming out as much as I wanted them to. It's the last 2 weeks of July, which is kind of a doldrum kind of week. Ram EcoDuce Drive, middle of August. GMC Drive. It's just a lot of stuff going on coming up. But right now, peer reps are on vacation. It's just the auto industry kind of dies off. GM closes their plants a couple weeks to do summer layoffs. It's just not a lot going on. So I have a bunch of videos I need to get out, and I will get those out. But I've been kind of Kids have been home. It just hasn't worked out for me this week, but I'll get to it. Kids got 3 weeks left to go back to school, and yeah, it'll be a fun time. Matthew says if your gross vehicle weight rating is 26,001 on a combination truck and trailer, you'll need a Class A. I agree. I think so too. I think that's what I've been reading. And so if you look at, like I said, the Ram can tow 35,000 pounds. So that to me says Class A. Hey, you guys are on. There's like 20 some people on it. Would you guys hit the like button, please? Please hit the like button. I need to get more engagement. Tax write-off for medical and Class A licensing and schooling. I think so. I have to check with that. I'm not gonna do schooling. I have a friend. I'm gonna take the test here. I'm gonna drive his truck. I need to figure out if he's got a semi to drive. My neighbor's got a semi. I can borrow his semi. I've mowed his grass all summer. He owes me a semi. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna get the Class A, and just take the test and be done with it. Because I don't need to drive a semi. You know, it's such a weird thing. I don't need a semi license. I'm not gonna go long haul trucking. I've looked into it. There's no money there. It's not for me. I'm not gonna have it. But I'm not gonna do that. But I need to drive these trucks, and I want to be able to drive them maxed out legally on camera and not have you guys, go after me over this stuff. And so I need to do this, and it's important, and I get that. And so I'm in a weird spot. I'm in a really weird spot. Wants to wish a lot of luck. I had a lot of luck. That's the only law in the books that applies to Law 48. Is that the 2601? That's what Big Rick is saying. I wish somebody would make an all-wheel drive sports truck like the Cyclone again. It seems like that'd be the next. Off-road driving has gone so bonkers. All these off-road packages. But if you look at the map of the United States, it's really a southwest United States. You can do it. There's some sand dunes in Michigan. I mean, it's really hit or miss. It makes sense that a lowered regular cab, short bed, sport truck would make a comeback, I would think. Bud Guy says, in Pennsylvania, you can't go over 10,000 trailer with Class B. You might be able to get a Class A without the airbag endorsement. Need to get physical every 2 years. I probably should get a physical every 2 years anyways. Yeah, it's interesting. It's I don't mind the physical every 2 years. I can cough like the best of the guys. Turn your head, cough. And I probably need it at this stage of my life. Having the physicals be fine. But I do think I'm going to have to get the Class A. And the air brake was an interesting question. And I think I should just do the air brake regardless. I don't know. I haven't delved down that way. I'm going to go to the DMV. I'm going to figure out this stuff out. But I think it's going to be interesting. I think that I need to get it done. I get off my ass, get the damn thing done. Jeans and thank links. What looks worse in person? The Bronco? Oh, the C8, the Corvette. Any chance you can get in touch with a buddy at Toyota and ask him about the windows of the world to see if it's real? Yeah, I can send an email in to Toyota. Make a note of that. I can reach out to those guys and see if it's a window to the world. I'll share it and see. I've never. I know who to send that to. I've never seen that before. It's really interesting. And if it's true, I will share that with you guys in this channel. Johnny and I have this thing on Instagram going back and forth, and it's a very interesting video. But guys, if we get physical over 2 years to keep your CDL, also you guys get retested an FBI background check for my hazmat endorsement when I re-up my license every 4 years. Not cheap. Yeah, I'm not doing hazmat. I've looked into all of it. That's another chapter. I saw on Big Truck Big RV channel. Yeah, I know that guy's pretty cool. I know the guy. That text you for towing 26,000 pounds. You need a revised your driver's license to Class A driver license, but it's not a CDL license. Really? So there's a different driver's license that's not a CDL. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm like I said, I'm gonna go down and talk to those guys and say, this is what I'm gonna do. I want to be legal. What do I need? If I was a farmer, if I could claim the farm of Wyoming as my farm that our family farm has, I could drive within 150 miles of that farm without a CDL. I'd be fine. But I can't claim it. Everybody says, let's face it, drum brakes suck. Even if you're old school vehicle, know how to change them, they're outdated. I can get your argument there. I get your argument. Whole drive being loose term. The thing I hate about drum brakes is the star adjuster when you need to release the drum to work on. Yeah, the star adjuster is a pain in the ass. But when you get them right, they're right. But the star adjuster is a pain in the ass. Do you see the 4.3 liter staying in trucks with the 2.7 in trucks, even if they have different trims right now? No. I see the 4.3 liter going away. It's only in fleet right now, I think, for Chevy, and the 2.7 is for the consumer. I think the sweet spot right now in our marketplace is going to be a small displacement, turbocharged engine, even a hybrid version of that, a large displacement V8, and then even larger displacement V8. That's what I think it's going to be. Check into the whipped supercharged F-150 4x4. I did a story on that. Was it Roush that did something, the world's fastest production, whatever, F-150? Is there any more news on a new Tundra for 2021? No. Sorry, Claudio. Nope. I won't hear anything until February. Toyota is notoriously tight-lipped on that stuff, and there won't be a single thing. Boost F-150. They won't say a single thing. We can just speculate all you want and email me and all that kind of stuff, and I will tell you that I've been through, this will be my third new Tundra that I've been as a journalist, as going through the refreshes, and I get refreshes really at this point since 2007. They won't say a word. Nothing was going to come out. I know nothing about car maintenance. Whoa, where'd my screen go? Oh no. Oh, my screen died on the screen. I hope you guys can see me still. An error occurred. Let me know if you can see me. My screen says an error occurred if you try again later. Hope the Corvette engine does not go into GM trucks, because then it's not so special. Sure. Lincoln says, hey, well, thanks for the videos. Hey, thanks, Lincoln. Thanks for being here. Not talking about, I hate the jump seats and extended cab mid-size pickups. Why not a short bench so dogs? Gene is spot on, right? Spot on. Gabriel says, do you think 60 years from now, if there's still mid-size trucks, you think there are people building and tell them we will have the current level where full-size trucks now 10,000? Oh, you're talking about towing. Yeah, I think towing was going to go. It's going to keep going upwards. High-strength steels and things. Oh, Johnny Fives can still see you. Sorry, guys. My screen says, thanks, Johnny, for the message. My screen says I can't see anybody, so I don't care. I see myself twice on the screen. Anyways. Boy, we're almost at an hour. I'm going to keep answering these questions. Good questions. We're going to keep going, guys. Yes, mid-size capability is going to keep going up. I was talking to the State Patrol guy the other day, and I said, I went to the State Patrol and talked to the road guy at the office. And I said, what about towing? He said, what are you towing? I said, full-size. I said, so what do you think of full-size tows? He goes, oh, full-size tows about 10,000. I'm like, well, they can go 12 now. I said, 3/4 ton. He goes, no, excuse me. He says full-size tows 5, 3/4 tons tows 10, and 1 ton tows 20,000. I'm like, you guys are completely wrong at State Patrol, and that shows you how much things have changed over the past several years. And I would say that mid-size towing is going to increase, keep going up. The challenge with it is, in my view, as you increase the weight on the trailer in the back of a mid-size pickup, you overwhelm the mid-size pickup. It's like towing a yacht, right, with a small Ford Ranger. It doesn't make sense to me. You have a weight balance problem. You have a lot of sway in the trailer, and you have not much weight in the bed of that the truck overall. And so to me, it's a trailer sway nightmare when you start having the weight of and the size of what you're towing to just dwarf the vehicle you're towing with. It concerns me. Tim's Long Haul Trucking Company reviewing trucks nationwide. Most semis or tractor trailers use brake or brakes fuel. I find a hydraulic brake on a big, heavy vehicle. Hydraulic fuel would normally boil. Again, Rob, I don't know. You're right. You must be right. I don't know much about this stuff, and it's exciting to learn more about this stuff. And I had a friend of mine from GM, the PR team, just went to Daimler, Daimler, and Daimler I believe owns like Freightliner and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I kind of want to get the CDLA just so I can go visit him in Washington he's in Washington, and visit him and drive his big semis. That'd be fun. We need a mini truck racing series to bring back mid-sized sports trucks. Agreed, Gene. Mr. Love says, if you use the new Turbo 4 in the Colorado, you could jump to number 1. Oh, for the mini truck. Is FabTech lift kits worth the price? They have a 5-year warranty. I don't know. I don't know much about aftermarket stuff. Drink a whiskey, cheers. Thanks, Juan. Mini truck racing would be awesome, but there's not many left. We need a Chevy Love, Ford Ranger, Datsun, Mitsubishi, small truck. We have a Nissan hardbody at the farm. It's funny. It's so great. Tim, any news? What's going on to debut at the Tate Fair, Texas? Too early to ask. It's too early. Those plans are getting finalized right now. I should probably be there. Gene says we see you. Yeah, gone for a minute. It flashed my screen too. Sorry guys, it just flashed all of a sudden. Guys are trying to shove 350s and 383 Strikers and S10s. Buddy, Johnny, I did that back in 97, 98. We did it all the time. My son has a Chevy Love with 502 and an 871 blower. Holy cow, that's a big one. How long do tires last, right? GM 6.2 and a Trail Boss Custom sweet spot. I agree. Finally, auto manufacturers understand some guys don't give a F about bells and whistles but want big horsepower. I loved it. I did a video on it, and I put it out there, and I freaking loved it. And I'm happy you guys have seen the video, and you agree with me, because that's a sweet spot. You can still get the bells and whistles. You just buy them aftermarket. You can go buy all the stuff they add in these vehicles aftermarket. If you really want that, fine. But if you want to get the cheap entry level and then go from there, that's fine too. You want to build it or buy it. I appreciate guys like Gene who want to just buy it. I'm with you. It's a lot nicer just to go in your truck and turn it over, and there's everything ready to go. And there is a bit of satisfaction that comes from building it too. So, kind of with you. Yeah, the shells kills trees. I think the kid works just to pay for his tires. They normally last maybe a week. We're trying to make it all-wheel drive now. We're going to build a new chassis this winter. Wow. Missed the post about you were referring to. Do you like PewDiePie? Oh. I've seen, when I started doing this YouTube thing, I spent a lot of time researching how to YouTube. So I watched the videos and stuff, and I finally came across PewDiePie. I finally came across this guy because I had never seen him. I'd never even this whole YouTube community, this whole YouTube world, I ignored. I just didn't know. I was not ignored. I didn't know much about it. Scotty Kilmer, no idea who this guy was. Never heard of him until I got on YouTube. And I watched PewDiePie, and PewDiePie seems like he's the most disinterested person I've ever met. Like, he just doesn't care about anything. And I'm like, whoa. Just, there's no passion with the guys talking. I thought it was interesting. It's crazy to think you need Class A for normal truck cover, and most new trucks have a heavy payload. Yes. I've seen some payloads heavier than the truck, which is just outright stupid. Yeah. It is crazy to think that way. And it's going to be a crazy video I'm going to do. Yeah. My son and I are about to start a Honda Civic build. Turbo, oh jeez. 600 to 700 horsepower Honda Civic. I truck any spy photos of 2020 Ram Heavy Duty. You don't need them. 2020 is already out. There's videos on this channel of the 2020. Yeah. There's I drove a 5500 at Ram's event last month. Yes, in Michigan. And that embargo breaks in September 1st. I think I'll be able to publish that video. In Mississippi, you don't need a CDL if it's privately owned. If it's private use, cannot charge for money for hauling. That truck and trailer must be marked not for hire. That's what that is. I wonder if that's the case in Nebraska. But I have such a weird thing, right? So I don't own the truck. The PR team or the company owns the truck. And so I'm going to get these guys. The guys in DMV are going to be like head spinning. And be like, what the hell are we going to do with this guy? It's going to be interesting. Love Honduras. Prelude. We haven't started yet. Let's see. Do you watch DPC Cars on YouTube? I don't watch DPC Cars. I watch TFL time to time. I watch Big Truck, Big RV time to time. Some of this Big Truck, Big RV stuff is interesting. Some stuff is just way way out there. But that's his market. It was interesting. Roman got asked this question today on the live stream. He had an answer. Oh. And turned on my shredder. And I want to answer this, and I think it's interesting. He listed, if you don't know Roman TFL, he started TFL, and he's a good guy. He really is. And he was talking about the channels he watches, and watches other auto journalists do stuff. And I think that's one thing that I don't do. I don't really watch other auto journalism channels. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't have a desire to. Like, I don't want to know their opinion on stuff. I don't read reviews. I talk to my friends about it. We, do see you later, Elliot. I don't do reviews. I read reviews, but I don't really pay attention to the industry beyond that. I don't have a desire to watch other people's videos. At the end of the day, the last thing I want to do is watch somebody else's review on a car I did. I have no interest in that. I did my review. That's my story. And that's what I felt about it. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it, And I don't really watch much stuff. I've watched some stuff. I've tried to watch Top Gear, and I got bored. Top Gear got really boring anyways. And I've tried to show the boys a few other channels. And I can't get behind a whole lot of other stuff. One of the things I like about my channel is, to me, my channel is more of a lifestyle, practical, down-to-earth channel. And some of the other channels are just, oh my god, this is the newest thing. It's great. It's awesome. It's like, this is the new Diet Coke, and it's the most fantastic can you've ever seen. This is what's new about it. And for me, when I look at this, and I would do Diet, I'm like, it's the same damn can. They made the opening a little bit better. And I think that's what comes through my videos. I think that's what you guys like about this channel is that when you go on there, I'm not going to BS you. I don't really like new tech all that much. I like new tech if it works, but I don't get blown away by it. I've owned trucks for years, and I don't get blown away by latest tech. I like the EcoBoost engine F-150. I like what Ford's doing. F-150 King trucks. Don't send me hate mail. I like what they're doing, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It's twin turbos, got to be replaced at some point. I can't get the fuel economy out of it, but I love driving it. My foot's in that gas the whole time. I have a good time with it, but I don't know. I have a different view on things, and I guess that's why I'm glad I started the channel. I think GM should take the 4.2 liter four-cylinder, put it in like a hot hatch that has more horsepower and torque than the Camaro equivalent. I don't know what GM's going to do. GM's so messed up these days. Like I said earlier, if you were on earlier, whatever, Gabriel, I said publicly they're saying autonomous vehicles and EV, yay! Then they're building new Corvettes. Yeah. It's like their messaging is all over the place. Jenny5 says, law implies Mississippi. You're telling us it's not a Mississippi problem. That's the thing. I think if I flew somewhere, so I'm going to fly to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and drive the new GMC heavy duties, which to me says I'm interstate travel, not intrastate. So I'm interstate, so I'm crossing state lines, which to me means I need a CDL with interstate in it. As far as I can tell, I've been slowly reading it. It's a lot of jargon. I've been slowly reading it. I had a headache today. I didn't read a whole lot of it, but I want to make sure. One says, I agree with you. I watched some and not watched other videos, like from Big Truck, Big RV. Yeah, I like the guy. I've met him. There's a reason why he's not on camera. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's interesting. I just don't watch that much. Yeah. Raising compression. I like the sound of the Hemi V8. Yes. Compression and VTEC about fun, hence I'm getting 13 miles per gallon. I'm glad you're still on there. I didn't want to piss you off at all, but yeah, I love the EcoBoost engine. It's a lot of fun. I'll never get the fuel economy out of it because I drive it too much fun. I don't get that. It's just not my thing with that engine. All right, where are we at here? Any more questions? It's 10 after 7. Been over an hour, kind of late on this one. Sorry, I just kind of. What new? I should do the title here. New car, new truck feature do you hate the most? Drink up cheers. You may be able to get by as you're not doing it for commerce. Yeah, but I don't want to get by because if I do a video on it, I want to be legal. That's the thing. I want to be legal. So yeah, that's the story. All right, guys. I think that's it. I think I'm going to go sit in a chair and relax a little bit before going to bed. Are you usually towing on closed roads? No, I'm not, Doug. Yeah, I thought about that too. I'm not on closed roads. I'm on public roads because what I want to do is I want to be able to tow that much weight on public roads. Yeah, I'm gonna check with make some phone calls because it does seem stupid. No, can't wait to see Tim's face tomorrow. I'll be fine. I have a really fun ZR2 Bison. You guys are gonna love this review. I'm gonna do my 5 things like I did the Ford Ranger that blew up, and it's gonna be fun. I have like 3 or 4 videos I'm sitting on. I just need to get time to. I need to feel good to put them out. I've been too busy. It's summertime. It's all kind of stuff going on. But hey, all right. So hey, thanks for watching. Again, shirts, hats. I got it all. Super chat me. Want some shirts or a hat? A hat. Super chat me. Shirt link is in the comments. Email me. Let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns. I think that's it, guys. That's it. Tim at pickuptrucktalk.com. Pickuptrucktalk.com if you can figure it out with an email address. That's to the website. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Pickup Truck Talk. It's easy. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'm doing the. I have a ZR2 Bison goes back tomorrow. I need to do a video on it, so I'm doing that tomorrow. So I will have that out. Basically, it all gets read. All right. Good night, guys. Good night. Rumors on Ram TRX. I do not. It's supposed to be coming. Supposed to be coming, Big Rick. I don't have any other news. There's a video on this channel about it. I've done a couple videos on it, and it's supposedly coming. But I've had no word from Ram. I think now with all the trucks out there, they will bring it out because they have all their trucks out, all the heavy duties, new half tons out. It's all out. So now or never. All right, that's it. I got to go. Email me questions, all that kind of stuff. Later.